Hi guys, this is Billy from the band Fear to Stop. Hope everybody's doing okay this Wednesday evening. In the background are my family slash bandmates, daughter Jamie in the background, and over there, over here, is my beloved wife Dana. How you doing?
I'm good.
How about you?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. I was gonna make this a quickie video, guys, because it's a little bit late and it is a school night. She may be a talented musician, but she's still 14, so she's still got a little high school journey to go on. I want to talk about music for a little bit, guys, and a big surprise. Um, been doing a lot of thinking, and maybe you guys got some opinion on this, but you know, we've been talking about how we've been, a band for 20 years. Well, not her. I mean, she wasn't alive for 20 years. She's only 14, but she's been in the band now since she started making music when she was about 7, but wrote her first song for the band when she was 9. But you know, Dana and I have been, we've been making music together for over 20 years, and but you would think we would be, we wouldn't be considered to be a new band. But truth be told, uh, we haven't really been a full-time band since November of last year. That's when we started. That was the first time we ever actually put out an album of entirely new material, as opposed to, stuff that was like, maybe 10, 15 years old with a few new songs. Uh, and we actually took out an ad for the album and, all this kind of stuff. So the question is, and, I want to get y'all's opinion on this. What is a new band? I mean, are we considered to be a veteran band since we've been making music, recording for 20 years? Or since we haven't really been putting it up for sale for about a year, are we a new band? Jay, what's your opinion on that?
I mean, not a new band.
So you said we're not one,
Yeah.
even though we haven't actually put out new material for since about a year. Are we an experienced band, but we haven't been professional that long?
Yeah.
So we technically, if we got signed tomorrow, well, it'd be past the eligibility period. But if we got signed a month ago and put out something and it sold, uh, we would be eligible to be considered to be, best new artist, by Grammys, which is crazy because the first recording we did under the name Fear to Stop was actually in 2002. But before that, we were Sanity's Requiem. What's your take on that, love?
I agree. I mean,
So we are a new band, or we're not a new band?
I think we are a veteran band, but we're experiencing new things. This is like a new direction for us.
Well,
So in that case, I think that we're kind of like a new band with some veterancy behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Maybe it's along the lines of we're a veteran band, but we're newly professional. That sound like a
Yeah.
you know, guys. If you're watching this, you got some opinions on it. Just be sure and leave your thoughts in the comments because we'd love to hear what you got to say. Are we a new band or are we an old band? I mean, really, if you think about it, when we first started, it was Raymond and I, and then you joined, and then it was just the three of us for really a long time, and then Raymond took a hiatus. And it was just him and I. I mean, just you and I. And then Big J, he wasn't actually writing songs, but he was my collaborator, giving feedback and stuff, bounce stuff off of this. So he was really producing. But then he started giving more suggestions as far as creativity. So I guess he would officially join the band, and then Tavon, huh?
Yep.
Hey guys, we had another guy who was a friend of mine since junior high. His name was Tavon McGee. He passed away a few years ago due to cancer, about 4 years ago. It was while I was in the hospital. I had a stroke, and Tavon had passed. But he was with the band for a couple years. He wrote a couple songs for us, but something we may potentially put out at some point. But yeah, so he was in there. Um, but Diego joined last year. That's our band member, Dean Entwistle. He joined last year in May, and then Jay, you became an official member last year too as well. This is when we did what was it, Dance of the Dead, and we did the art for it.
Me too. I thought.
Well,
No, that was way before.
oh, that's
That was
right.
back
At the apartment.
2018.
Yeah, that's right. When we did Mean Girls. Well, what was different last? Oh, because you said that you're ready to do it full time. That's what it was. So yeah, you joined a band back in 20. No, it was 2017.
Yeah, it was 2017.
Yeah, that's right. Because I'd had my stroke and I couldn't write anymore, or I could write but I couldn't finish anything, and you offered to help me. That's right. That's how we did Mean Girls. Yeah, guys, the very first song, it actually got it was about 16,000 streams, which sounds really awesome. You're like, wow, the first ever song got 16,000 streams. Well, unfortunately, some of those were apparently bots, because I didn't understand really how Spotify worked back then, and I was very gullible, and I got a part of some playlists, and apparently I got busted for streaming fraud, which was news to me. It was like, I don't know, but apparently it was some kind of crackdown. There were a whole bunch of fake Spotify playlists with a whole bunch of botted followers. They do that every few years. There's like an audit. There was one earlier this year. I think it's like 750,000 artists got their stuff pulled. But that happened to us, and so I don't know how many of those streams were actually real. So I generally don't count that. But that's a hell of a thing. But crazy part is, early part of this year, we had 8 followers, and our monthly listeners were in the single digits as well. And then we did it was weird, because you're the one, Jay, who said that your big prediction that retro sounds were going to come in. Remember? And that's what made me decide. Hey, let's start doing some covers of songs. And
I don't think you believed me.
I didn't. I really didn't, because don't forget, I really wasn't listening to new music back then. It wasn't until I heard Caddy Cobain cover "Smells Like Teen Spirit," and then I heard that, and then I heard Nolan, aka 2017 MMXVII. If I said that, yeah, that's the right Roman numeral. My boy Nolan, since we started doing his live streams, that's when I started listening to new music, and I was like, wow, not for nothing, but the music that's been coming out in 2020, 2021, to be honest with you, is better than anything that's come out in at least 20, 25, maybe 30 years. My personal opinion. If you feel differently, please say so in the comments. Be nice about it, please. But yeah, so I started going to his live streams. I'll do another video talking about him, but give him a little shout out. But got some good feedback, and even though we went to a channel with someone who was like about 20 years younger than I am, because it was like, I've been doing the same thing for so long, the same style, that I got bored, and I needed some different ears, and well, this one barely works, but you know what I mean. Different set of ears, objective ears, to give God's honest truth and some stuff, and I learned a lot. And from that moment, like I said, we had 8 followers. We released the cover of "Wake the World" by the Beach Boys, since decided, let's go ahead and do something retro. And sure enough, we gained like 100 followers in about a month's time. And it was like every day, literally every day for, I think it was a month and a half straight, we got at least one new follower on Spotify. And I noticed something bizarre. And you can say this, because we're like, what the hell was going on? When I was in my Spotify for Artists page, and I was looking at the age breakdown, I noticed something weird. when we would do something like that sounded like a either if it was a cover of an old song or something that sounded like an old song, we got a lot of either like the 13 to 18 or 18 to 24 age group was our largest majority. So then I figured, okay, let's start doing something that actually sounds current. So we started doing more current sounding stuff, and then even did a few covers of like Montero by Lil Nas X. And the weird part is, we started getting an older audience, and we lost the younger audience at that point.
Yep, I remember.
So, what do you think that's about, Jay?
I think. Okay, I'm noticing it's not only with music, but the older generation is trying to be like more hip and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and the younger generation wants to do things from the past. And then the older generation's like disagreeing with that, like, no, I did this, didn't work out for me. Like the whole like fashion thing, like wearing low-rise jeans. You know, like my generation's like, oh, low-rise jeans, let's bring them back. And then like the old, like millennials or like generation before that, they're like, no.
Gen Xers.
Yeah, they're like, no, we did this. We liked it at the time. Looking back on it, it was cringy, right?
Right.
But my generation's like, no, but if you do it in a cool way, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what's happening now, where they want to bring back, like, it's like a throwback, you know?
Right.
They want to do something, like, it's the 20-year rule, you know?
The 30-year rule.
It's more 20 if you think about it.
Well, yeah.
It could be 20 or 30 if you really think about it.
When you look at,
Why is there flies in here?
I don't know. It's like,
Where did it come from?
I don't know, because it's been since you've been home.
I just,
But you haven't gone out, but you haven't gone outside since it's been in there. So I don't know if it just went through the wall like Kool-Aid Man. It's like, oh yeah.
No, but remember you did go outside earlier to get the toilet paper?
Oh, that's right.
So flies could have came in.
That is true. But
I don't know.
yeah, that does make sense. That does make sense. But that said, I noticed since we started. Excuse me, I'm trying to hiccup. There we go. It finally happened. Since we started stop trying to be current, now it's kind of like a 50-50 split almost between young and old. It's kind of weird. Yeah, guys, and we gotta get to bed, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, so now as of today, it's October 27th. We have 215 Spotify followers, and we went from 5 monthly listeners to 245 monthly listeners. We have a song that's close to getting 1,000 plays, which would be our first one to hit 1,000 plays that we know 100% is legit, as opposed to that one that got us kicked off Reverb Nation. She had her first song come out under her name as a primary artist. How does that make you feel?
cool.
But we're gonna keep doing videos like this ever so often, guys. This is our little diary of a indie band. I made these comments earlier, not to brag, but just to say, you know, I was on the verge of giving up. You talked me out of it. Thank you, both of y'all.
Yep.
You know, for sticking by me. I was ready to quit. And now I look at it and we actually have something going. So no matter how long y'all been doing something, just know it can pick up for you. Till next time, guys, good golf, good tennis, whoever makes you happy.
Don't masturbate to a bee because they will sting your asshole.
Exactly. I got nothing else to say. Till next time, guys. Peace. That's awesome.